Yo, here we are. We're back. Sorry we missed everybody last week. But we are back.
That was Turf's fault. It's always Turf's fault, man.
No, that's not true. That's not true. But good to see everybody. Oh, the question is to our favorite listeners in the group, the TikToks. Are we on?
That's right. Yes. Let's make sure that we are on, ladies and gentlemen, and that the sound is good because, Turf has been having technical difficulties with new technology. Let me see if I can get us on. TikTok is not like me lately.
It's probably because
I don't know. They have not liked me lately. I'm just going to keep it a bean. They've just been not nice to Turf. So,
go on TikTok.
I know, right, man? I don't know why they don't. I guess so. I'm not sure. I think the way that you're supposed to stream, you're not supposed to live stream in have long versions. I think. I don't know.
On TikTok.
On TikTok. It's strange.
All right.
Yeah, it's very strange, but
like us back, TikTok. We're going to do it in an hour.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get back. So we do need to find out, though, if we're good. Okay, so looks like TikTok is up. Let's see. Is TikTok letting me rock?
Yeah. YouTube's definitely working. I'm sure your Facebook is working, and Instagram.
Instagram is working.
Right?
Let me see. Yes. We got
all right.
Working, I believe, on my side.
There we go.
Gotta make sure.
X is working.
We gotta make sure that sound is good, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw last night, man. My show was wrecked. I didn't even do it.
Oh, what? I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, my show was wrecked last night.
Oh no, it was the sound?
Then it froze. So, I mean, shout out to me. I got a new Mac. Yeah, one of the big ones.
All right.
But unfortunately, it just doesn't work well in terms of using OBS. So,
okay.
I gotta figure that part out. But yeah, let's make sure we're good. Hold on one second. I'm gonna have my wife check too for us.
All right. Mama Crump's gonna check it out for us. Let us know.
Make sure we're good there. I think we'll be fine, though. I think we'll be good.
All right.
Well,
well, definitely lots to talk about since 2 weeks ago, and the big one to start off, obviously, is 2 heavyweight championship fights. UFC 321 finally happens, right? And we're all sitting there and we're like, finally, Tom Aspinall versus Surreal Dawn. This is gonna be great. And by the way, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on the show or anything, because UFC 321, all your fights were bangers. I mean, all of them were great. Knockouts, submissions. Mackenzie Dern, congratulations to you. First time as a UFC strawweight champion. So
finally won that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she was the co-main event. Finally does it. All the years of her since she was a teenager, coming from a jiu-jitsu family and the whole bit, and she finally gets her shot. And hopefully, I mean, again, man, the big, obviously coming up in New York, the Madison Square Garden card, which has been a yearly thing for Dana White and the UFC, is always the banger of a show. I don't even want to call it a co-main event, Professor T, but Zhilei Zhang, who was the 115 champion, is moving up to 125 to challenge Valentina Shevchenko, right? So she's doing the double champ thing, which is pretty cool. And that, but whatever Zhilei does, win, lose, everybody knows she's kind of the queen of the 115. So, I wouldn't mind seeing Zhilei come back down and fight Mackenzie Dern and reclaim her title or whatever.
Absolutely.
That could be fun. That could be a fun thing. But anyway, so with 321, then it gets to the main event, which everyone was super excited about. It was all in the UK, by the way. This was all across the Atlantic. So UFC 321 was in Abu Dhabi, and then the Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley fight was over there in the O2 Arena. So not too many things in the US. But The fight ends, I believe, in might have been the second round. Surreal Gone did a thing, right? And then it got Tom Aspinall. So I was going to ask you, let's start with this one. There's been controversy on this because there's some people that are making it seem like as if Tom Aspinall kind of bitched out. I mean, bro, you're a fighter, and there are fighters, and in some respect, right? Like in one respect, I understand the argument of why would you put yourself out there in more danger? You're the heavyweight champion of the world. If you can't see, you can't see.
Right.
On the other side of this, Professor T, this might become one of those generational was. But on the other side, I do seem to remember Muhammad Ali not being able to see for an entire round against Sonny Liston because Sonny Liston cheated and rubbed some medicine in his eyes or whatever that was. And he was still able to knock out Sonny Liston, right? Which again starts the whole trajectory of the legend of Muhammad Ali. And we've seen this before in boxing, in MMA, people who are like, you know what? Screw it. It is what it is. I'm in a fight. And what probably makes it a little, puts a little bit more fuel to that fire is Jiri Prohaska, who I believe fought on that undercard also. There was a fight earlier this year where he totally got jabbed in the eyes.
Right.
Couldn't see, right? And he continued and knocked the opponent out. And when they asked him in the press conference, well, did you think about stopping? Jiri Prohaska's answer was, this is a true warrior sport. And in this warrior sport, that's what we do. We fight. And he says, I still, you know what? And he said it jokingly, his English isn't perfect, but he said, it's all right. I still had one eye. So as long as I can fight, then I will continue to fight. Right. And everybody loves this guy. He lost to Alex Pereira but at one point, but everybody loves Jiri the Samurai Prohaska. So, in your opinion, right, living in the age that you live in, seeing all the fights that you've seen, Professor T, I don't know, man. Did Tom Aspinall take the new NFL way out?
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. First and foremost, because we do got a listener, and I want to make sure that he can hear us. Shout out to Marcus Banks, man, our guy, our main man. First, much respect. You always my brother. Salute. Can you hear us out there, Marcus? Does it sound good? Does it echo? Do you have any of those problems? Those things Turk is usually always dealing with. If so, let me know, man. I appreciate it. But so far, I think everything is good. Yeah, I think everything is great right now, to be honest. So
I love it. I love it.
Me too. So we're gonna cross our fingers. Yeah, and obviously, shout out to Angelo, much respect. Transplant Angelo, to be exact, from our main man, Marcus Banks, man. Thanks for coming through, man. We appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the show. And again, please, somebody, anybody, it's echoing bad. See? Thank you. That's what I want to make sure we get done today. I am going to make sure we fix this.
Okay, good. Good. And let us know, Marcus, if it's still echoing for you.
Exactly. And I think I know exactly how to fix it. But you don't hear any echo from me, right?
Yeah, I don't. You sound perfect. But it's the audience. We want to make sure you guys.
Exactly. We don't care that we sound. Yeah. We want the audience to sound, to make sure they are the ones that's hearing great. I made some changes. So hopefully this is a lot better. Let's see. There's only one other thing I think I would need to do.
And hopefully, by the way, Marcus, what we were talking about, we're starting off first with the controversy of UFC 321, big heavyweight championship. We haven't seen one in the UFC in quite a while. We're finally gonna, oh my gosh, this is it. And it ends in an eye poke, right? So there's going to be a whole discussion as to well, could the champion have gone through? Was it right for him to say he couldn't go through? How do you prevent something like this? Is a rematch warranted? Right? So I'm just waiting for Professor T to be ready to answer all of those.
Yep, still echoing. So I'm still working on getting this echo thing resolved. I don't think I can change. Hold on one quick second.
No problem. And then in the meantime, Marcus Banks. So the other big the last weekend was a heavyweight weekend. The other one was Joseph Parker, who everybody in the boxing world has been saying since he knocked out Martin Bakole in February, and Martin Bakole was the boogeyman. They were like, well, this is the guy Usyk needs to fight. This is the guy. And Usyk, is finally going to be challenged. Well, guess what, Marcus? He lost. He lost to the War Machine, or as I like to call him, the UK version of Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Fabio Wardley, who is now 20 wins, 19 knockouts with 1 draw. Lost, and the new interim WBA and WBO heavyweight champion of the world is good old Fabio Wardley, who supposedly, man, Usyk is supposed to fight next. Right. And I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't know. But again, looks like Marcus is saying we're right there now, so it's perfect. Thank you, Marcus.
I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
You're awesome. Thank you. So first, let's go with the Tom Aspinall gets poked in the eye.
All right.
And he says, I can't see, and doesn't continue. Your overall take on that, Professor T?
You know what, man? I think it's the times, man. And I'm gonna boot myself on this because I've been a Debbie Downer. Obviously, everyone, people that obviously watching, I've been having a rough year, man. So hey, I think it's only fair. Hey, if I'm being a negative Nancy, hey, I think I have a right to. But I'm only being honest and constructive about this. We all know that sports in general across the board, the athletes are absolutely better athletes. But, bro, the heart this day and age, bro, I'll put it to you like this. I remember being upset. And I mean upset. How dare you come to this game with an injury, without your best lineman, without your best linebacker? No, I want to win with everything you have. I want your best. I don't want this game to be over and you have some kind of but. And this day and age, I think it's the exact opposite. I think these kids actually pray and hope that somebody's hurt. Oh, Mahomes is out. Yeah, it's disheartening to say the least because it's just and I gotta be honest. I have to take that take when it comes to Mr. Aspinall because. Look, man, he came at John Bones Jones hard. Balls, right? But now you want to bitch out over an eye poke? This dude's that far without an eye.
Right.
So Mr. Aspinall, after all you woofed, right, in terms of you trying to get that fight, that money fight, that legendary fight in terms of John Bones Jones, yeah, I kind of feel like he bitched out, man. And hey, it is what it is. He's got to sleep at night, right? Look, I'll be honest. I can be honest, right? In this scenario where there's times absolutely there were tournaments I've competed, and I'll be the first to raise my hand and say, "Yep, sure I hope I don't have to run into this dude today." Because I'm not up to par, and I know I got to bring my lunch. Yes, I've had those tournament days, but this is a whole different ball game. I'm late in my 30s, early 40s. There is expectations when it's at this recreational high level, right? Because it's still high level without a doubt. I'm in there with the best in the world, but it's not ADCC, right? It's not what you see today, because they didn't have that back when I was starting either. Let's be honest. I don't. When did ADCC start? And that
ADCC,
it was really no gi too, to be honest. From what I and it still is. There is no gi for ADCC. Right. So yeah, but man, long story short, bro, I really just feel like people want to catch people when they're down. I don't like it. People want to catch people when they're not, when they're not on the up and up, right? You know what I mean? They want to catch you when you're nobody or down, or if you the man and you're the A side, now all of a sudden I got to do something. So
right. And I think you're speaking to the point of just this generational, maybe all of these kids like a Tom Aspinall who might have grew up in the participation trophy generation, right? Because and again, this is no disrespect to any champion. We're not even saying, like, again, I think it's fair for everybody to have their own opinions on this. I mean, Dana White even said it. He didn't say it meanly, but he kind of said it that way during the press conference, right? So at the end of the day, I think that in our generation, Professor T, growing up, we had the steel slides, and you were not dumb enough to touch that shit when it was hot, and if you did touch it and it was hot, then it's like, well, lesson learned, I'm not doing that shit again, right? So I mean, again, unless somebody forcibly puts you on it, you never really went there too much, right? And versus like in the newer generation of, I'm going to sue someone because this hot coffee spilled on me. And it's like, but coffee is supposed to be hot. So did you not know that maybe you take some accountability for the fact that, and again, this isn't to give you guys any type of a lecture on this stuff, but I think what Professor T is speaking to is, there used to be a time where quarterbacks actually did get hit, and they were not scared to throw the ball. Versus now, every time a quarterback gets touched, he just kind of goes, "Hey, man, isn't that a flag?"
I mean, every play, dude. Every play, a quarterback's looking to get some kind of love. I hate it.
Right. And that's where he's saying, well, could you have continued? I mean, damn, you're the championship, you're the champ of the world. This is the main event. Could you see out of one eye? Did you believe you could beat him? So there's some theories. And I don't know if any of you guys who are listening to us tonight on the Knockout Canvas, thank you for listening to Professor T and myself. So if you watch the first round, it kind of looked like Surreal Gone was starting to get to him a little bit. I'm not saying that's why he said, I can't see. I'm just saying that, your nose is bleeding. You are getting hit. This guy is a good striker. He wasn't exactly easy to take down. And then, an eye poke happens, right? And John Jones has poked people in the eyes too. All right. So eye poke thing happens. Okay. So it's fair value for Tom Aspinall's group to say, well, shit, if we would have lost the title and it's because of the eye poke, then it's not fair. I'm going into the fight and I wasn't at 100%. I think where it makes it, again, just a little hard for people like myself and Professor T and other people who have this feeling about, well, did you kind of soften yourself out of this, is we grew up in an era where Muhammad Ali couldn't see for an entire round, and he won. Gotti literally broke his hand and fought, 9 more rounds with a broken hand and won a fight using a jab, right? Yeah, like on and on and on about all the different things that can happen to you because it's a fight, Professor J. I mean, what am I supposed to tell you, right? Like, that's what happens in a fight, right? So, barring full vision, I cannot see. I don't know. If you're the champion of the world, I'll put it to you this way. How about this? we can't. It's the what ifs of what could happen in UFC 321. But what if Aspinall said, you know what? Fuck it. I can't see out of my right eye. I can see out of my left. But we're going to fight anyways. And then he ends up winning by knockout. Would he be more of a hero now?
Not only would he be more of a hero, but he would have been loved even if he lost. Because guess what? Not only did you lose out, whether you cared or not, but the fans lost out, man. Nobody likes to see a fight lost, won, or undecided, especially that early. And even him, don't you feel some kind of way? Like, you just trained 3 months, man. You just worked your ass off for this moment. And you're gonna let an eye poke let that right? I can't do it. That's the difference. See, I'll admit that I may have said, you know, I hope I don't run into that dude today. But I'll tell you one thing: if your boy trained for it, I'm getting out there. I'm fighting, bro. I'm fighting. And one of the biggest ways I can show and tell that, I mean, to my defense, you know, I know wifey's down to listen. To my defense, he was 2 weeks early. Shout out to my dog Trey, my youngest Trey Day Chasing. I missed his birth, right? Remember from a Houston tournament as a purple belt, my first purple belt tournament, and I missed it because that Friday she was like, "Hey, I don't know what's
I gotta go,"
and I was like, "Trust me, it's 2 weeks. I trained for this. I'll never forget that." And I mean, I looked at her with such a serious face, like, you don't get it. I trained. That attic up there, cutting weight in the attic with a plastic suit on in Texas, 130, 140 up there. I trained for this. My leg can be falling off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fighting. Again, hey, dude, I got receipts. Receipts. This thumb right here, I lost in one of my last Brown tournaments at IBJJF because it was literally ripped off, and I continued that fight. If I got receipts, I actually have that fight, and one day I'll pull it up and show you guys. I'll show you exactly where I tore it, exactly where it's hanging off. I'm just sitting looking. I was doing this, and my thumb would literally be pointing like this. All I would do is just touch it, and it would be going that way. Completely ripped everything. And not only did I finish that fight, I went in and lost my final match because I had no grip. So I'm giving receipts on, you know, what I'm talking. I'm backing up my talk in terms of, hey, I'm gonna get out there even if I'm half baked.
And again, we're also just speaking to the opinions of the people who, I mean, that's what the controversy is. Now, again, on the other side, yes, if you can't see, sure, man, like, we're not gonna force you to put yourself in danger. And yes, you know, but I think that where it's at is, there are some other, you know, like every content creator, every YouTube personality, every single person who covers combat sports, they'll say their opinions. And I just feel like some people are shaming the people who have more of your sense of it, Professor T, where they're going, how dare you, Professor T? Why would Aspinall get out there? He couldn't see, right? So then, and all I'm trying to say is, don't shame either opinion. Like, one opinion, yeah, like on one opinion, that was a generation of people who grew up where it's like, dude, tough it out, rub some dirt in it, and get it back out there.
It's MMA. It's not even boxing. It's MMA. Guess what? Now you got to test your ground game. See, grabbing. You can still win. It's not even boxing where you can't, right? There's avenues to get out of this in this particular octagon that we're referring to. So that's why I just can't give this a pass from that risk. I just can't.
The other thing too, the other thing too is when the reports came out after he saw the doctors and they said that it wasn't a serious injury in the sense that, thank goodness, right? It wasn't a torn retina. He's not losing an eye or none of that.
Correct.
It's not like we haven't seen other fights where there's blood gushing so much that they literally actually couldn't see out of the eye, not because the eye was damaged, but because their face was damaged so much that their eye, their blood and the swollenness or whatever. And again, this goes to the movie Rocky, right? Like in Rocky, he couldn't see out of his eye, so he asks Mick to cut his eyelids, right? Eyelids. So I can see it. So again,
one of the most famous of all time, period, in my opinion, that it really tells you that this dude is crazy. Ronnie Lott.
Right.
Remember Ronnie Lott?
Yes.
He literally cut his own finger off on the sideline to play.
Right.
He cut his own finger off.
Right.
Hanging and he cut it off.
Right.
Bro,
Right.
it's just different. It's just different.
Yeah, and again, so this is what, so me and Professor T, we're not shaming anyone, whatever opinion you're in. We're just stating a fact that, you know, this generation is a little softer than, which is what
life, baby. They living that good life, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is also why Professor T will always do this debate of he doesn't believe anybody in this generation's boxing world could go back in the old boxing world of the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and actually have beaten those guys, because it was just a different time, different attitude. I don't know. I think it depends on certain fighters. I think there are certain fighters in this era, like a Bud Crawford, that could go back in the 70s, and I'm sure Bud Crawford would have done pretty well.
100%.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. There are definitely some guys that's still around today that, you know who I really like, man, and I'm mad that he's an alcoholic, and I'm glad that he put it out there. Errol Spence, bro. Shout out to Errol Spence. I was a Spence fan too when he fought Terrence.
Right.
He just had, Bud is my favorite.
Right.
But, man, he's another throwback in my opinion. I just think that alcohol got to him, and
there was a time when Errol Spence was the man, and everybody's like, this guy's undefeated. He's beating everyone up. He's a southpaw. He's super strong. He could box. I mean, Errol Spence had his moment where, in that period of time, he's kind of like, wow, I don't know if anybody could beat this guy, right? And even still, like I said, like if fighting is your living, then there's a certain level of fight over negotiations and management, so to say, that is kind of expected of you. So I think that's where the opinions are coming from, is they're kind of like, well, couldn't you have fought?
Right.
Why wouldn't you fight? I mean, you're supposed to be the baddest man on the planet. And then, oh, poor me, like, so, but again, on the opposite side, I'm like, I'm not trying to lose no eye over a fight either, right?
I don't want to lose my top spot, because that's in this day and age. They don't want to lose their top spot.
Right. Yeah. So again, a bit of a dud for the main event, which was sad because everybody was hyped up about it. Again, credit to the UFC, credit to Dana White, and everybody who's in charge of the matchmaking. The rest of the card was awesome. Congratulations to Mackenzie Dern, for being the new UFC strawweight champion. And thank goodness for boxing. Absolutely. At the O2 Arena, where there were some great fights happening. Undercards were fantastic as always. Congratulations to Queensberry Promotions and Frank Warren for putting together this great fight. But Joseph Parker, who fought in February, who has been in this whole streak of, he beat Deontay Wilder, he beat Zhilei Zhang, now he beat Martin Bacoli, knocked him out, right? So, Joseph Parker's 262. He's fast. He's got the IQ. He's only lost to Anthony Joshua. He's only, you know what I mean? Like, there's all these positives. And there was this narrative being thrown out where he was going to absolutely destroy Fabio Wardley. Fabio Wardley's 30 years old. Mm-hmm. Fabio Wardley just barely survives Justis Huni a few months ago, via knockout. Fabio Wardley never had an amateur background. In fact, he was like in sales doing a white collar thing until Dillian White, his friend, said, bro, you played rugby, you have the athleticism to do this. Trust me, come to the gym with me, and you're going to be something. And sure enough, man, he went guns blazing. He went in there. Dillian White started putting him on the undercard of his shows. Next thing you know, this kid is 19 wins, undefeated, 18 knockouts. His one draw was a Fight of the Year candidate in 2024 against the bronze medalist, Frazier Clark, who he later that year in December broke the dude's jaw in the first round in Riyadh, right? Like, this guy's an anomaly. He's an anomaly, right? So here he is fighting Joseph Parker, and he knocks him out. Stoppage. So there's a controversy there too. Now, this is the flip side of the controversy because it's a referee stoppage. So for you guys who got to watch the fight, kudos to you because you saw a war happening. For the ones who didn't get a chance to see the fight, feel free to go on DAZN, look at YouTube, follow the Knockout Canvas on Instagram, follow me, the Reyes Boxing on Instagram. I'm happy to send it to you. Essentially, what you saw was a back and forth battle for 10 rounds of heavyweight action. Keep in mind that one guy is 6'4", 262, and then the other guy is 6'5" or 6'4", and he's 247. I mean, these guys aren't exactly small, all right? The one is an edge and the other is a linebacker.
Right, exactly.
And then they're just banging each other, hurting each other, hitting to the body, hitting to the head. They both hurt each other early in the fight. And we get to the 11th round, shockingly, and Fabio Wardley catches him, starts throwing a bunch of punches. It looked like maybe the punches didn't hit Parker flush, but it also kind of looked like, if you were looking at it from a ringside view or from the referee view, that maybe it was getting to the point where Joseph Parker couldn't defend himself. So the referee steps in, stops the contest, which I've told you before, Professor T. In the UK, they do that. Like, they will say, you better defend yourself. They will stop it for sure because they don't want anybody dying or any accidents or none of that happens, right? Fabio Wardley scores a huge upset, which is why me and Professor T always tell you, when it comes to heavyweight fights, if you see anything that's plus 400 or above, you might want to bet on the plus just because you never know. And this is one of those scenarios, again, where you never knew. Fabio Wardley wins, and now Fabio Wardley is supposedly the next guy up for Alexander Usyk. So he hit the lottery ticket, man. He hit the lottery ticket to do it at 30 years old. Overall thoughts, first of all, on was it an early stoppage or not? And second, Professor T, what do you think of Fabio Wardley's chances, man? I mean, he just beat Joseph Parker.
Yeah, I know. I mean, was it? And this is and I will call myself out on this one and call it a negative side, or, it's not popular. And that is the fact that, hey, man, if I'm going to go out, I'm going out on my shield.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going out, bro. So it's kind of tough to really talk about, especially nowadays where it feels like, anyways, boxers are dying way more than that. You know what I mean? And that's part of, right, just technology. Really the world is kind of one in terms of the internet, right? So I think that's where that comes from. But yeah, I'm definitely disappointed from that respect. But I get it. Safety is first, and I think Marcus said it best, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be safe. You got to be careful. You don't play this sport. This ain't a sport you play.
Right.
Now, Wardley, yeah, I think the kid's got something. I do. I just hate where we are in the state of boxing where you can't lose.
Right. But I think it's changing now the last 2 years, right?
It's trying to, and I mean,
it's trying to
change for us. People like us, we know a loss isn't that big.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Nobody gives a damn about a loss in boxing.
Right.
Boxing. It takes so much. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's right. We
Right.
you know, us gluts for punishment in terms of the love of the sport, we get it. And we
Right.
can watch what you
Right.
consider to be a boring fight, and we will find joy in every round. So
Right. Right. Well, the other thing too, I think that people discounted that when you have a determined young, because 30 is still young in the heavyweight division, man. I mean, the heavyweight champion of the world's about to be 39. So, 30 is still pretty young. I think that they underestimated the fact that this is a guy who constantly is training. He's constantly studying his craft. He's constantly trying to figure out and learn his game. And for you guys who will get a chance to rewatch the Wardley fight, even you, Professor T, if you get a chance to rewatch it, honestly, I was telling a lot of my friends that it reminded me of Bernard Hopkins, the way Wardley was fighting. He was using a lot of the shoulder roll techniques of letting. It's like the punch looks like it's hurting him. Like when Joseph Parker was throwing certain punches, it looked bad if you don't know what you're seeing. But there's a reason why Wardley wasn't really hurt. Like he's, you can get hit or you can take damage. And I think that even though Wardley was getting hit, he wasn't necessarily taking so much damage that he had a game plan. Like and again, if you watched Fabio, the War Machine Worley's style, he's always looking for the knockout, which is what makes him fun. But his way of looking for a knockout is he's not like hunting for it early. He's like a sniper, like he's waiting for it to come his way, right? So he knows I got 12 rounds until one of these is going to show me a signal that's going to tell me I'm going to get to knock you out. He did it against Justice Hooney. He did it early against Frazier Clark, right? That's kind of, and even if you watch his draw with Frazier Clark in February of 2024, you can kind of see that was his style too. He was like, I get that this guy's an Olympic bronze medalist and he's going to try to run around and box me. I'm just going to wait my time. But at a certain point, I'm going to knock this dude down. I think in that fight, though, in February 2024, he didn't expect to get knocked down.
No.
which is why he learned it. Like, that's what I'm saying is this is a guy who's constantly learning. Just like in the Justice Hooney fight, he didn't expect to be getting his ass whooped from an Australian guy who he couldn't see where the shots are coming from. That guy was doing a lot of Frazier ups, downs, right? Like he was like, all right. But the one thing Fabio Wardley never lost was hope. He was like, no, but I'm gonna knock this dude out. I got the hammers to knock him out. And what happens, Professor T? Caught him with a right. It's over, right? So so I say that to say, like, even our good friend Severe, I was talking to him and I said, I actually give him a chance. And Severe was a little shocked that I gave Wardley a chance against Usyk. But think about it this way, and maybe I'm wrong, Professor T, you tell me your point of view on this, but if Usyk is getting closer to 40 by the time they fight, and Usyk's main game is boxing, right? Which is why he's been able to beat all these bigger guys. Well, this guy's tall, but he's not really like a big dude. He's closer to 240. And he is quick. He is fast. And he's young enough to obviously take punishment because we saw him done getting punished and still able to survive it. And he's got knockout power. So why wouldn't he have a chance? Like, why? How is he any different than Dubois or Joshua or Fury? If anything, I'm kind of like, well, other than Dubois, everybody that Usyk's fought so far is older. Right. But this guy's not. So I don't know, man. If Usyk does choose to fight Wardley, if you tell me that it's plus 1,000, I might have to put some money on Wardley. You never know, man.
Yeah, I'll put money on that all day.
Yeah,
all day, because all it's gonna take is for Usyk to get old overnight. I mean that, and it's going to happen. There's not an if, there's a when.
Right.
And I believe it'll happen in the ring if he continues to fight.
Right. And by the way, just, news for you guys. Usyk said, or it wasn't Usyk personally, but his team said Usyk's got at least 5 more fights in him.
Oh, wow.
Now, whether or not that's true, I mean,
Yeah.
5 more fights, I don't know about that. I don't think he's going to be fighting until 42. You know, but I mean, I don't know, man. I thought Terrence Crawford was going to already retire. So for all I know, maybe him and Crawford got the Fountain of Youth, and they're kind of like, we're more skilled than everybody, because, you know, they're already talking about Crawford fighting Adames at 160. There's words now that maybe the next big fight for Crawford's a rematch with Canelo, which I don't mind seeing. If you guys want to see your boy get his ass whooped again, that's fine with me.
And it's only going to be worse and faster. I think he might even get it. Like, seriously?
Yeah, I thought he was going to knock him out when we were there.
Exactly. Look, so I don't know if you guys know. I should pull it up. Mine didn't pull it up. But there are a lot of tapes out there explaining where Canelo was touched. And you can't fake it. That's the thing. There's no faking being touched. Right, I'm sounding like a creep when I say that.
Pause, yo.
But you know what I mean, bro. Man, I'm just telling you, there's especially when you don't see the punch, even sometimes when you do. And he really got caught in an awkward spot, and his body felt it, and he gave out. And I mean, only by his ability, skill, grit, toughness, right, all those good things, it was a way for him to kind of hide it from the layman's, right, from the casuals. But anybody that knows boxing knows he was hurt.
Right.
He hurt.
Right.
I don't care what y'all say, that man was hurt. So.
And me and Professor T, who were both in the arena during that fight, and we watched it, we both believed that Canelo, who headbutted him.
Yes. Yes.
If that wouldn't have happened, Canelo was on his way to getting stopped.
Straight up.
Which was my prediction, by the way, y'all. I said he was going to stop him. Actually, Professor T said it was going to be a stoppage either way, one way or the other. So he believed the stoppage could happen also. But yeah, man, I mean, and those are the type of fights that Netflix is really in the business of it now, because in a couple of, not this next weekend, but the following weekend, another free Netflix event, Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. Hey. I know. Everybody's going, oh my gosh, here's the circus again. They got Anderson Silva boxing Chris Weidman. What's going on over here, right?
Silva's boxing Chris Weidman?
I mean, they're throwing it all out there, Professor T. They're throwing it out there. And then, and then there's going to be some
money, though.
Yeah, there's going to be a real good... Yeah, there's going to be real good boxing matches. One of the ones I'm looking forward to is Gary Antoine Russell defending the WBA 140-pound title against the number one contender, Andy Hirooka. So I am excited to see a fight like that. Like, that's a real significant fight that matters to what's going to be happening in the landscape of boxing. Alicia Bumgarner, I believe, is moving up in a new weight class. So that should be fun to see, right? So there are good matches. Like, so I don't want to feel like I'm just gonna tell you guys, and it's free. So really, man, if you want to do something else on a Friday night, go ahead. I am gonna be watching it just because I'm gonna be watching it. I'm predisposed to having to watch it, y'all. So
that's this Friday, right?
Yeah. Now, what I'll say though is Netflix has been so invested now that Pacquiao Mayweather 2 on Netflix, bro. They're talking about April 2026, Pacquiao Mayweather 2 on Netflix. Initial thoughts on this? Because the last time they fought, keep in mind, was 2015. So this would be 11 years in the making, or 10 years in the making. All right, so 10 years later. Yeah. What do you think, Professor T?
They missed the boat, obviously, but. I mean, I get it. They trying to circle back and make that bread. But I mean, look, I'll put it to you this way. Yeah, obviously I'm watching it. Yeah, I want to see it. I would even want to go to it. I'm just not going to pay a lot of money for it. And that's going to be the problem. I am not going to pay what I paid for Canelo
Crawford.
Yeah, I'm not paying that. You know?
Right.
I paid for that fight the same 10 times over. I actually feel like I got to steal for that fight.
Right.
Where I sat, especially where I sat. Go check out the footage on the Knockout Canvas. I mean, I was right there, where the boxers came out. So, yeah, I hope it's at like the MGM Grand or that old school.
Oh, actually, so here's the rumors, guys, so that you guys know what it is. Pacquiao Mayweather rematch, April of 2026.
Wow.
It'll be in Las Vegas on Netflix for free, apparently.
Right.
And it'll be in the Sphere where they did that UFC last year.
Are you serious?
Remember how they did the UFC in the Sphere? So they're talking about possibly doing a boxing event in the Sphere.
Now, I would love to talk to someone that went to that event.
And just, to find out, right? Like, how cool was it?
Because I've been to the Sphere. Have you been to the Sphere yet?
I haven't been inside of it yet, but I keep hearing a lot of good things about it.
It is amazing. Oh, my God, it's amazing. In fact, now that I say that to myself, I'm 100% going back. The next time I come out there.
Okay.
But I won't lie to you. I can't understand what it's going to look like.
It's hard, right? How do you watch a boxing match in the Sphere?
Yeah, because the stage is so far away, so you're guaranteed to be watching the screen no matter what anyways, which you're naturally just going to do. But that Sphere, I'd love to talk to someone. Shout out to anybody out there, man. Hit me up, DM me something. But I really would love to talk to somebody that went to that UFC event.
Yeah, just so that we know what the production is, right? Because we went to Underdog. Underdog was shown at the Blue Live Theater, and that was great.
Underdog was primo. It was the perfect setup for the fight, if you ask me. It had that griminess to the set. You know what I mean?
The old 1960s, 1950s in the ring. The music, by the way, the music was awesome, right? So we hope, Dana, if you're listening and you're doing Underdog on CBS starting in January, we hope that you do it at Blue Live Theater in Las Vegas. Right. We hope that it continues to be that style of a format. Right. But you probably, knowing Dana, though, he's going to try to make it bigger venues, but I'm just, we don't mind that venue because it made it feel very intimate. It was a fun show. It would be good for it looked good on TV. So the Netflix card, Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. If Floyd Mayweather does say yes, Mayweather would be 50, I believe.
Yeah.
Manny would be 47, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think about a 50-year-old undefeated GOAT against another 47-year-old?
Right. Well, the tell of the tape would be as if it's gonna count. Right. They
said it's supposed to be for real, not an exhibition.
Because people are gonna pay to see it. I'm telling you, right, if it counts, people still want to see this man lose.
I mean, I kind of do too, just because. I mean, look, if I'm being honest, guys, right? Manny Pacquiao whooped on Mario Barrios, and that was a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao whooping on Mario Barrios, okay? So say what you want to say, call it whatever you want to call it. I think Manny won. They called it a draw. Some people are saying, oh, well, Mario Barrios was shell-shocked. He wasn't even trying, which is exactly my whole point. I'm like, bro, you're the champion of the world. You're 30 years old, and you're scared to punch at Manny Pacquiao. There must be a reason why you're scared to fight, to punch at Manny Pacquiao then, right? So I feel like that was a great showing as to how good Manny Pacquiao still is, right? If he can at least, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can take old-ass, LaDainian Tomlinson and throw him back in the field, and he could at least for a play look like Jonathan Taylor, that's credit on its own, right? But now I'm also curious because Floyd seems to be the ageless wonder. Right. Floyd's style is one of the highest IQ styles in boxing. Like, can you hit him? Are you able to? So for him to come, and he's never out of shape. I've never seen Floyd out of shape.
Never.
So at 50 years old, Professor T, Floyd Mayweather comes back and says, you know what? let me reclaim the throne, right? You know, like I kind of want to see it. I mean, I would want to see. I feel like it's a reboot of one of the old shows. Like, let me see if this guy still got it. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again on this show so it can be recorded. If Floyd Mayweather came out right now to fight Rolly Romero, I think he'd whoop on Rolly. I think if Floyd Mayweather came out right now to fight Mario Barrios, I think he'd whoop on Mario Barrios. If Floyd Mayweather came out right now and tried to fight Lewis Crocker, who's the IBF champion, I think Floyd would get the belt too, right? So the only question really everyone is wondering is, well, could Floyd beat 24-year-old Brian Norman? But I don't know. Could 24-year-old Brian Norman beat Devin Haney?
Exactly.
You know, I don't know, right? But what I do know is Floyd's undefeated. I've never really been able to see anyone hurt Floyd, especially in the later part of his career. So I don't know, man. I mean, like, I kind of want to, I'll be honest, if it's going to be free on Netflix, I want to see it.
I'm watching it. I'm watching.
Yeah.
I mean, and to be honest, if it's in the Sphere, that's the way they'll get me. Because the truth is, I don't think I will enjoy it. I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah, because the Sphere is like for a theater experience. So how do you watch a boxing match there?
And that's my thing. I don't think I'll enjoy it. They're going to be so large as far as on the screen because it's so ginormous. I just don't know how I'm going to like it. I don't think I will. I think it'll be too much. But I mean, if there is a fight for me to watch in the Sphere, it's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one I would want to go see.
Right.
It would make a lot of sense, and I will be okay with it. I'm not spending more than $1,000 on that fight, though.
Right.
Nah, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not more than. I don't even know if I'd spend more than $500 on it. But I'd spend probably more than $500.
Well, I mean, shit, man. Wizard of Oz is like $400 at the Sphere, so you'd probably at least spend that much money for the Sphere, right? Like,
bro, that is so wild. So that's what's playing there now is the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's Wizard of Oz at the Sphere.
Wow.
Yeah, they have drones for the. I don't know. Anna's all into it.
Is she? Oh, I'm gonna have to holler at Anna, man.
Yeah. So she loves it. I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll go one of these days. We'll see. I can't see myself paying that much money for the fucking Wizard of Oz.
And it's a remake, obviously.
Yeah, I know it's the old Wizard of Oz too. It's not even Ariana Grande, right? On Wicked, so I don't know, but maybe the Sphere will draw me in somehow. We'll see, man. I don't know, because I haven't seen I haven't seen what you've seen yet. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. So I what is it?
Do they still play it post?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah,
and by the way, I've heard the concerts are amazing. Like,
I can see where a concert would be. Yo, that I can see because of the visuals.
Right, the visual and the sound. I heard the sound is beautiful, right?
It's probably amazing. I can see that.
But you're absolutely right? If you guys got to watch the UFC, I think it was called UFC Noche 2024 at the Sphere.
Right.
And it was Sugar Sean O'Malley was on it. It was Alex Pereira, was he on it?
You want to know what else? To be honest, truth, I'm sorry. Hey, I gotta be honest, but it's not a comfortable place.
Oh, it wasn't comfortable. Okay, the seats were not comfortable.
Tiny.
Yeah.
It's if you're scared of heights, or you got bad.
Yeah, it's too steep then.
It's way too steep. Way too steep.
Right.
I mean, it is narrow, ladies. You're not. It's narrow. It's scary, uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. That coming from me,
right?
And a lot, dude. I'll just let y'all know. And the seats are tiny. They're tiny. So
okay, all right. Well, that's the rumor, and we'll find out soon enough. In the meantime, there are actual fights happening. We're about to hit the month of November this Saturday. And this Saturday, there's 2 back-to-back fights on the zone. One starts at, I believe, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, which is happening in the UK. The main event is Joshua Buatsi fighting Parker. And if you guys remember, Joshua Buatsi fought earlier this year against Caleb Smith, and it's a fight of the year candidate. So Joshua Buatsi always brings it. And then later that evening is the other fight, which is happening in Orlando, Florida, Matchroom Boxing, which is Eddie Hearn.
Okay.
It's Lanier Pero, the heavyweight, against, I forgot the other dude's name. And he's probably going to get knocked out if I'm being honest. No disrespect. I'm just saying, man, like, they don't do shows like this so that Lanier Pero loses, Right. I'll be shocked. But the other kid, it's all of the Matchroom, like, youngsters, like Omari Jones, the bronze medalist from the USA that lives in Orlando, Nishan Dev from India. Like, it's a Matchroom special. So that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time on the zone. Both cards are free. So if Professor T is calling the fights, then he'll be starting in the afternoon on the zone, and then he'll be going all the way to nighttime on the zone.
Yeah.
So 2 fights.
Hopefully, man, no BS, man. I don't have anything playing right now. I'll admit it. It's Friday football, right? Texas. I got to make sure that I got at least a couple of more Fridays. I got to check my homeboy's son, his senior year. But I am really aiming. I've been missing content, guys. I miss doing this, too, to be honest. So I really am looking to, kick it on the fight night.
Yeah. And the last time Professor T called 2 fights, that was pretty good. That the back-to-back fights. So that's going to be on Saturday, November 1st. And the whole month of November, it just goes boom to the next. So November 1st, there's that, right? Then November 7th is on Pro Box, and then November 8th, we have the one in Fort Worth, Texas, with Virgil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin.
I would like to see Lubin live. I'm a fan of Eric Lubin.
You can always make it to Fort Worth. The tickets are not expensive at all. They're very affordable, right?
Sure.
And then, it just keeps going on from there, because November 15th or November 14th, we already mentioned it, Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul. Alicia Baumgartner's in it. Antoine Russell's in it. There's a whole group of other world champions in it. And then November 15th, so back-to-back, Saturday, November 15th, is Chris Eubanks Jr. versus Conor Benn.
Hey.
That's the rematch, right? Jack Catterall's fighting on that against Echo Usman. Adam Azim's on it. Like, a really good what's that?
That's a good fight.
Yeah, Jack Catterall versus Echo Usman at 147. Yeah. Jack Catterall is throwing himself on the hat at 147, and Jack Catterall is training with Boots Enos and has been training with Boots Enos. So this is the first time we're going to get to watch him now with Bozy Enos as his coach. So we'll see, man. There might be some wrinkles to that. And then November 15th in Mexico, same date, you got Rafael Espinoza defending his title against Arnold Kagai. You got Lindolfo Delgado. You got Richard Torres. You got Emiliano Vargas, which is the better of the 3 Vargas brothers. Fernando, he's the one that really looks like Fernando Vargas' son. But this is all a Mexico card because we still don't know what Bob Arum and Top Rank is doing for American TV. And then the weekend after that, Professor T, you got November 22nd, which is the big one in Riyadh. David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard. Brian Normie Jr. versus Devin Haney. Abdullah Mason for his first world title against Sam Noakes. Jesse Bam Rodriguez against Fernando Puma Martinez. 4 world title fights. We don't know what else is going to happen in the undercard of that, but that, to me, is enough in itself. 4 world championship fights. I'm good. I think that's the type of fight that I could probably get Spence to watch, right?
Oh,
it's like, but, like Spence, I know you don't like watching more than 2 fights, but what if I told you all 4 fights, Spence, are all world championships, and like 5 of these guys are on the pound for pound list, right? So, it's kind of like an all-star game of of boxing, you kind of sort of have to watch it, Spence. Like, you have to watch. There's no one fight not greater than the other. They're all world championship fights. So that's November 22nd. So like I said, I say all of that, guys, to tell you that leading up to Thanksgiving, we got a weekend on a weekend on a weekend on a weekend of just fight after fight after fight. And it's just going to keep going this way. I mean, even where Professor T's at, November 8th, Fort Worth, Texas, and then December 6th, you got that whole thing in San Antonio with Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach and Janabek. Yes.
Dude, I'm dragging Spence to that one.
I keep telling you guys, you got to go to one of these, man.
I'm going to that one for sure.
I sent it to both of you on Instagram. The information is right there. But
I hope there's like a double header where I can go see Webinyana and that fight. Just like
a Spurs game. I don't know though, because it'd have to probably be Friday night Spurs game and then Saturday.
I have no idea. All I know is, dude, I am a Spurs fan officially. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm a Spurs fan.
On the bandwagon early. All right.
Till I move to Vegas, I'm a Spurs fan. I'm sorry, Chicago Bulls. I mean, it makes no sense for me to ever root for you again. You're never going to do what you did with Jordan. Ever again. It's never going to happen. I just need to move on.
Hey, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
There aren't many times that I agree with people jumping ship on their team.
Right.
But to my defense, the only team I've never ever jumped ship from us. And that is the Hartford Whalers. Shout out to the Hartford Whalers, man. That's the only professional team that I've ever had in my entire life. Meaning living in a city and owning some type of a professional team.
Right.
So that is why I am going to be all Vegas, all teams, all Vegas when I move to Las Vegas.
Okay.
But right now, again, I'm picking.
You're in Texas, dude. Like, you know.
Is right. Hook 'em. We already know how we end the, dead in the water, even though neither of us. Spence is from Mass. I'm from Connecticut.
Right. But you guys live in Texas, so you kind of got to do what the Texas people do.
Right. But I'm excited. I'm excited about that. But, man,
yeah. Well, I mean, good luck to you. At least you're not.
This is in San Antonio, dude.
Yeah, I've been telling you guys that. I keep sending you this.
That's the one I can probably. I might get a hookup with that. Jesse James Lehas is down there, and
okay.
You know Scully. Scully.
Yes, of course, Scully.
Yeah,
shout out to Scully.
He talks to him quite a bit, I believe. I'm definitely going to that fight, Angelo. I'm telling you right now, dude. I'm going to that one.
You're going to that one? Okay. Well, I sent it to you guys.
Because it's
Janabek versus Lara for the WBO, IBF, WBA unification at the 160-pound title.
Dude,
this is the whole setup for Terrence Crawford, where if whoever wins that one and then Crawford could get the WBC off of Artemis, then Crawford gets a chance to fight for another undisputed championship, which has never been done before.
Hey, real talk. Lara would be a tough fight.
I don't think Lara could beat Janabek. Janabek would be a tough fight. Janabek's only 30. Bro, dude, Janabek knocks people out, bro. He's the new Golovkin, man.
I don't think he's gonna get Lara. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he won't win.
It'll be interesting to see. I'm definitely, if I have to bet on that one, I'd bet on Janabek, as I just can't see that guy losing right now, which makes the Crawford fight interesting. And then you got Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach on the same card, bro.
When is it?
This is December 6th, San Antonio, Texas. And it's 3 world title fights. It's Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach for the interim 140 WBC. Erzlandi Lara versus Janabek Alamhula for the WBA, IBF, and WBO middleweight world titles. It's Oshaki Foster fighting Stephen Fulton, who is currently the WBC 126-pound champion, but Fulton wants to move up, so he's challenging for the WBC 130-pound champion. And then Jesus Ramos Jr. is moving up to 160 to fight Shane Mosley Jr.
Right.
for the WBC interim middleweight belt. So, like I said, man, like if I was in Texas, I'd be going to this for sure.
Now,
But
look,
I'd also be going to the Virgil Ortiz fight on Fort Worth if I was in Texas.
I have to put this out here because I personally think Erislandy Lara is by far one of the best, purest boxers and most underrated of all time.
Definitely underrated.
He lost to a monster Paul Williams at 39-2 when he fought him. Paul Williams, Paul the Butcher, he was on his way to legend status.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He lost to him. I don't think he lost to Saul.
Yeah, no, a lot of people believe he beat Alvarez. Yeah, he beat Canelo.
The only other fight he lost, and the honest truth is, I don't remember this fight, dude. Jarrett Hurd. And
that's right. That's how Charlo was able to get a belt, is through that whole match. Right.
Hurd, don't get me wrong. He was 21-0 at that time when he fought him.
Right.
Jarrett Hurd was 21-0.
Right.
But those are
other than that, the thing about Lara is he's had 3 draws. He's only had 3 losses, one of it being a split decision in 2018 here in Vegas against Jarrett Hurd, right? Split decision loss. Other than that, though, man, I mean, Canelo split decision loss, controversial.
Shit. He lost. He won that fight. I'm sorry. Shout out to Canelo. Y'all know I love Canelo too. But no, he lost that fight. He lost.
Right. Right.
Period.
Well, what makes this interesting is he's fighting the new Golovkin, and this guy, Janibek Alamhula.
No, he's
32 years old. All right. He's 6 foot tall. He's a southpaw. He's slick. He can box. He's got power. 12 of his 17 wins are by knockout. He's undefeated. He's got an amateur background. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got it all.
The guy doesn't suck, Professor T. I'm just telling you, man.
Got it all. Nah, he's definitely got it all, man. You are absolutely right. He has got it all. Oh,
and it does make it interesting that if Crawford beats Adames in Nebraska,
right?
When they announced that, and he's the new WBC 160-pound champion, for him to fight. There we go, TikTok. Thank you very much for giving us the signal. We're about to close it out. But if Crawford does that, and let's say Janibek beats Lara, which now you can't argue it. It's like, if Janibek beats Lara, he's got 3 for an undisputed championship. I would want to see Janibek versus Bud Crawford, just because it definitely tells you that Bud Crawford is not looking for the easy paydays on his way out. You know what I'm saying, right? Because there's going to be the people that'll say, he's scared of boots. Like, look, man, Crawford's not scared of nobody. Right? Like, you guys got to relax. Okay. If Boots, I love Boots. I'm one of the biggest Boots supporters, but Boots at this point in his career does not deserve a fight with Crawford.
Bro, I mean, this has been, you need to break this down for him. Seriously, like, you have to understand what Bud has done and accomplished compared to what he has done and accomplished. It's not even comparing. It's like comparing apples to water.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close.
Apples to watermelons.
Right.
Right. It's down for the
No. So the thing is, and you got to look at Boots Ennis is amazing. He's one of the biggest talents that we have. He's 28 years old. The greatest accomplishment, other than the fact that Boots Ennis, I believe at this point in his career, is 33 wins, undefeated, 31 knockouts, right? Other than the record, which is amazing, the greatest accomplishment of Boots Ennis's career is last year he became the unified and Ring Magazine 147-pound champion. Hey, man, historically speaking, that's amazing. Sugar Ray Leonard did it. Like, yes, absolutely. And Boots Ennis is only 28, so that's amazing, right? But to say that he deserves a shot at Terrence Bud Crawford it's just ridiculous because at this point, again, we love Boots, we love his talent, we love his potential, we love that he gets to be the Roy Jones Jr. of this next 10 years. That's amazing. We just watched him knock out Lima in Philadelphia. Great, good on him. The 154 division is waiting for him to fight Virgil Ortiz and Fundura and Bakram and Xander Zayas, and you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's there for him. Abbas Baru, right? But you know, Crawford, man, he's won his first world title at 35, then unified the championship undisputed at 140, then became undisputed at 147, and then won another world title at 154, and then just became the unified, undisputed, pound for pound best fighter in the world by beating Canelo Alvarez. I mean, you know what? I'm just saying, like, no disrespect to Boots, but I don't even think Boots at this point deserves to fight Canelo Alvarez.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He's not anywhere remotely close to any of these dudes.
Right. Not to say that we don't think it wouldn't be a great fight to watch or anything like that. We're trying to explain to you that, or we're breaking down that in the business of boxing, right, there's the headliner show, like Beyonce is going to be, you know, but you don't get to be like, you can be the opener to Beyonce, right? But you don't get to like co-concert to concert with Beyonce unless you're like Adele or something. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be a big enough name that it makes sense for everybody to go, oh, Taylor Swift and Beyonce are both going to be headlining the event, right?
Right.
Versus like right now, it would be like saying Beyonce is going to be headlining with some group that's some kid you never even heard of yet, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard, dude. It's hard because I can't even think of it for you young kid musical fans right now because I don't know your brand of music. I listen to old school, but I don't know, man. I mean, I guess I don't know. Like I guess I don't want to crap on any of these new artists, but for example, it'd be like, I guess Charlie XCS has her own like new wave fan group, right? But to say she could co-headline with Beyonce, bro, I mean, come on, man, what are we doing here, right? Like,
what are we doing this right?
Yeah, so it's the same thing. It's like Bud Crawford versus Boots Enos for all of you guys who are like, oh, Boots deserves a shot. Not yet, man. I'll tell you what, though. I love Boots. If Boots becomes undisputed at 154 and he goes through that murderer's row of champions, right? I'll start to make an argument for it. Like, well, if he's willing to move up in the next year, I could see that. I could also see that if Terrence Crawford before 2027 becomes the undisputed 160-pound champion, and Boots Enos before 2027 becomes the undisputed 154-pound champion.
Right.
Okay, I mean, I could buy into that. I'm like, all right.
That too, because now we would be able to sense for him to fight Boots at one.
Yes, yeah, but again, if you guys understand boxing the way me and Professor T understand boxing, there's so many politics that go into it, and you know, is Boots even going to get a chance to have all 4 belts? Which is one of the magics of how Terrence Crawford was able to do it.
Right.
Terrence Crawford, for as many times as people kept turning fights away from him, he still was able to navigate himself to become the undisputed champion at 140.
Absolutely.
Then, when the Errol Spence thing happened, which most people were telling me I was crazy, but I told you, Professor T, I was like, Crawford's gonna knock him out, man. It's not the same. It's just not the same. Crawford's a different animal. So knocks him out, becomes the undisputed, and then this next thing that he just does, it's like, and maybe I'll end on this: that Bud Crawford is kind of like a phoenix who keeps rising, right? He's like, you think he disappeared for a year. Then he comes back a year later and becomes undisputed, right? Like that's kind of what he does. So if next year in 2026, Bud Crawford goes, I'm going to fight in front of 92,000 people in Nebraska to become the WBC champ, then great. That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. And Professor T disappeared, y'all. So this is usually the time we close the show.
It is time. My camera said, hey, you ain't got to go home, but guess what? You got to get up out of here. Hold on, let me see. I think I got. Oh no, I don't because I'm.
Thanks for sticking with us through all the technical difficulties as we continue to go do this. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying our 90-minute content of keeping you updated in the combat sports world. Professor T says he's going to try to do a watch party for you guys Saturday.
Absolutely.
Hopefully that happens. And then until then, we will see you guys next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Texas time. So we will see you then. Anything else to add, Professor T?
Nope, not that I can think of. Tomorrow night, don't forget, we got Dead in the Water with my co-host, my right-hand man, Spence, and myself. Hold on one second. I'm going to make sure this should work. It's not working. I got to figure that part out.
I know as you disappeared.
There we go. Boom. See, I'm back.
Okay, he's back, yo.
Different camera. I can't wait until I start playing that too because I'll start. Yeah, I'm going to start. So you notice how I'm looking like here and I'm looking at this camera
This
here.
is actually the better angle for you to do the watch party because you're not going to get popped for showing a little bit of that screen, but everybody will get to see you seeing the screen. So you should try it that way. This is the better angle for it.
Absolutely correct, and that's what I'm going to do. So
right.
But yeah, tomorrow night, man, we got Dead in the Water, 8 o'clock sharp. I want to do 7:15, but Spence and I can never get it together. It's just too early. He's, got family stuff, and I'm doing family stuff too half the time, man. Whether it's either working or like tonight, we had a concert for my son, Battle of the Bands. Got to see Texas State marching band tonight. It was pretty cool.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
But yeah, and honestly, Friday, I am really banking it all. The only reason is because of Friday Night Lights, ladies and gentlemen. If you know about Texas and high school football, yeah, so that would be the only reason I don't do Friday. And if I don't, I'm definitely doing Saturday. Yeah, and then, our sorry-ass Raiders come back Sunday, man.
The Jaguars tickets better be even lower than the Titans tickets.
Probably get 100, dude. The food you get in VIP for 180 that I showed you, dude, that's a steal. That's a steal.
It's not. I'll tell you this. So Keith, you remember Shep? You guys ate at our Tonshu, right? So he's coming here for the Cowboy game, but we're not buying tickets to get in the arena because, in all honesty, bro, I don't want to have to pay money to just watch my dude get killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to go there to watch my team get destroyed by the Cowboys.
Everybody and their mom is going for the Cowboys game. You'll notice those tickets are through the roof.
Yeah, but if you're a Raider fan, you're not going to the Cowboys game. Hell no, you're not going to no Cowboys game just to watch your team get destroyed. No, I'm good.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. And that's the thing is, like, I'm going to the UNLV game this Saturday, so Professor G, it's not like I don't get to be around Allegiant anyways. But should someone like me this year, given the product that has been shown to us, should I buy a ticket to the Raiders Jaguars game, dude? Should I support it? Like, come on, man. You guys got to start doing something for us. I think it should just be a policy, because you know who did do it is the Carolina Panthers last year.
Right.
The owner was like, we understand we suck.
Right.
$1 tickets for everyone. Right? So do that for us, Mark Davis. Do that.
I mean, yeah, you've already quadrupled your money, Mark. But look, I'm gonna be honest. Everyone knows. I love Mark Davis. I think he's doing everything he's supposed to do. It's really not on him right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's on the people that were hired to do the job. I'm blaming the Tom Brady's, the whole entire coaching staff.
And the GM.
Yeah.
And the GM, bro, because we done told you need to get an O-line.
Right. Yeah, Spy Tech, you got to do better than this, bro.
bro. You had hella money, dude. You had the third largest salary cap, and you done spent it on a bunch of knickknacks. Like, what are you doing, man?
We need an O-lineman. We need a guard and a tackle, a solid tackle. Solid, because Miller's gone.
Bro, everybody's gone. Like JPJ's. I mean, I feel bad for DJ Glaze, and I don't want to give up on him.
About this,
Right?
what are you talking
Yeah, okay. Sorry, guys. We're gonna close it out because it's a boxing combat sports show. But yes, if you want to get knocked out, then be a Raider fan because that's what.
So hey, we will see y'all Friday, hopefully, if not definitely Saturday. But yeah, this was a good one, bro. You are the master. You are the man, bro. You are the master when it comes to this boxing shit. Everybody bow down to Angelo. Real talk. Dude.
Thanks, guys. I hope you guys are just, again, we're going to continue to try our best to keep it consistent for you. And as we learn all the technical difficulties of putting it up there, we're always going to give you good information. So at the very least, you'll get real news. And then we'll see you next week, Wednesday. And hopefully we have Turf and or Professor T and Spence on the scene for one of those, either December 6th.
And maybe Angelo will be living it and he can get us while we're there. We'll figure it out.
Maybe. You never know. You never know. All right, guys.
Gentlemen, peace. Have a good night.
Yeah. Just about keeping it consistent, right? Which is hard, obviously.